I don't have time. I just don't have any more time anywhere. These are the words that I hear so often from people, well-meaning people, well-intentioned people who want to figure out the path to their next in their life, their career. These are people who have worked hard, built very strong businesses, had family life, secure stability by working hard, being very dedicated to their cause, their business, their professional practice, lived a good life. But now they're nearing their late 50s, early 60s, sometimes late 60s, sometimes approaching 70, and wondering how much is enough. How much do they have enough to actually take what they've got and have it support their lifestyle for the remainder years of their life, whether that's 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, nobody knows. And the problem is the traditional financial model doesn't provide for that. The traditional model is accumulate, hope you have enough when you quote retire, and then you start depleting. And you've got to move your money, of course, to something that's less risky than the stock market equities, into like bonds, savings today, which are paying typically around 4 to 4.5% today. Well, that's not going to cut it with the real rate of inflation running really at least 7.5 to 10%. I mean, look at your own bills. It's running that high, and it's not going to shut down. So we've got a problem here, a problem where one has never really learned how to orchestrate cash flow, replacement income from your investments. It's just about accumulate and hope you have enough to deplete it, and you won't run out by the time you won't run out before your time is up, I should say. The biggest problem, I think, is that people say, well, I don't have time to dedicate to this cause. Well, what's the cause? Learning how money works. See, it's not just giving your money to a money manager, putting it on Wall Street, giving it to the 401k money manager. That's the traditional model. That is probably step one, if there's a step one. But for those who really want to have more control and really understand the cycles in the market and better position themselves for having more time off in life to be able to have their capital base work for them, dedication to this cause is something that's got to be done, and the earlier you do it, the better. Study. It's probably what I call the reinvestment phase in your life. After you've done everything else to learn what you've learned in your professional practice arena, you've got to learn how money works outside of your business. And that's a whole other area too, but understanding how investment money works is really important. So when I have conversations with doctors and doctors say, well, I really want to do this, but I've got to wait until I have more time. And my question back to them is, when will that be? Because I know that when we say that, what we're doing is we're deferring. We're procrastinating. We're hoping that something else will come in and be the knight on the white horse that will come in and say, hey, it's all good. The money you invested in your 401k, it's going to be plenty for you. Well, that's not going to happen. So when you say, I don't have the time, what you're saying is you're not really focused on the rest of your life. You're putting it off. You're procrastinating. And we're all going to run out of time at some point. So what are you waiting for? Why are you not focusing on what's going to serve you and your family for the rest of your life? It's just that important.